Could you just give us a brief introduction?
Sir, my name is Laxman Chaudhary. I was born in Howrah district of West Bengal. I've done my graduation in BSc Economics Honours from University of Calcutta. Thereafter, I've been preparing for civil services examination. Meanwhile, I've also worked as a creative content writer in one of our institutes, and I've also been selected as an assistant commandant in BSF.
Have you joined?
No, sir, yet to join.
Okay, that's good. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You won a bronze medal in National Chess Boxing Championship.
Yes, sir.
Now this has got us all knocked out. What is a chess boxing situation?
Sir, it's a combination of both this game, chess and boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Both the games go on in alternating rounds. Basically, it's a 5 or 7 round bout, and it begins from a chess round, then it's a boxing round, and then it goes in alternating ways, sir.
So if your chess opponent is likely to checkmate you, you'll knock him out.
Yes, sir.
Great. And you got a bronze medal in that.
Yes, sir.
Good. You belong to West Bengal.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something. What is a Ponzi scheme?
Sir,
Are you aware of this term, Ponzi scheme? It's got a lot of currency in West Bengal.
Yes, sir.
How does it operate?
Sir, it operates in a way where various peoples are asked to pool their money, and then they are being assured that a money as a return will be given to them in behalf of their investment. So likewise, they keep on adding many members into it, and then later on it runs into a Ponzi scheme in a way that the people are then not being given back their shares or the revenue or the profits that they were supposed to get, and the money is being diverted for some other unfoul means.
Because there's no productive source of income to begin with, right?
Exactly, sir.
Can you give me some examples, infamous examples from your state?
Yes, sir. The Sharda scheme was there.
One more?
Sir, the Rose Valley
Yes,
scam.
exactly. So these days one has been hearing a lot about Neuralink and empathy. Have you heard of these two terms, Neuralink and empathy?
No, sir. Not able to recall, sir.
Elon Musk,
Yes, sir.
brain-computer interface, does this ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about it.
Sir, it's related to this new artificial intelligence driven technology where a chip is being inserted in the brain, and they are supposed to take all the instructions that the brain gives, and everything goes automatic with the help of that. I mean to say, sir, those who are paralyzed and those who are not able to move their limbs or any of their body part, then using this brain signal, this and instructions, everything can happen. So,
Then how is it that when I first asked you, you said you don't know?
sir, was not able to link with that thing.
The terminology.
Yes, sir.
Right, okay. So Neuralink is the company and empathy is the device.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you heard of Max Weber?
Yes, sir.
Who was he?
Sir, he was a philosopher who gave its a great theory of a good bureaucrat.
Okay, he mentioned 6 features of bureaucracy.
Yes, sir.
Can you list some for me?
So the first feature was dedication towards the purpose of the office.
No, that was not the feature. I think you will have to revisit. Hierarchy, division of labor.
Yes, sir.
What else?
So not able to recall.
Okay. My final question to you, RTI.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it has been a game changer?
Yes, sir.
In what way?
Sir, it has been termed as the 5th pillar of democracy, and it has increased the transparency in service delivery. It has led to unearth of many corruptions. It has also enhanced the people's participation, and it has also led to streamlining and if bringing efficiency in the service delivery, which is a core of the government and governance.
Thank you.
Laxman,
Yes.
So what should we say? Are you from West Bengal or you are from Bihar?
Sir, I am from West Bengal. My parents are from Bihar.
Good. You joined as Assistant Commandant BSF. When?
Sir, I'm yet to join, sir.
Yet to join. Okay. You've been playing cricket?
Yes, sir.
At what level?
Sir, at club level, sir.
So you played with leather ball?
Yes, sir.
So it's you are a batsman, a bowler, or a wicket keeper?
Sir, batsman.
Batsman. At what position would you bat?
Sir, either opening or in the middle orders.
Why? As per the needs of the team.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm asking you a question. What is the difference between a square cut and a square drive?
Square cut and square drive, sir.
An opening batsman is required to play both these shots.
Yes, sir. Sir, a square cut is a shot where batsman plays the ball that goes from the point, in between the point fielder and the gully fielder. And a square drive is a shot where the ball goes in between the covers and the extra cover.
No. The other essential difference in square cut, what is the movement of the bat?
Sir, the bat comes late and it's mostly played on the back foot.
That's true. That's true. And in drive?
In drive, a batsman has to lean forward. He or she will have to move his front foot and get to the and have to reach the pitch of the ball and then drive the ball.
Can you list the CAPFs?
Yes, sir. Sir, they are Central Armed Police Force, Border Security Force, Indo-Tibetan Border,
Central Armed Police Force,
Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF,
Reserve Police Force,
then ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, SSB, and then sir, Assam Rifles this is a paramilitary force, and then sir, NSG is also there.
one more.
CISF.
What is AFSPA?
Sir, AFSPA is a law that has been brought by the government in order to maintain law and order in most of the disturbed areas of the country. And here special powers is being given to the military, such as search, seizure, confiscation, and up to arrest of people with a prior hint that somebody is having something which can have a potential threat to the society.
Can they open fire?
After giving warning, sir, they can.
So this power is given only to the military.
Sir, in my knowledge, military as well as paramilitary also.
Where?
Sir, in some of the regions such as Northeast, and earlier it was in Jammu and Kashmir also, but it has.
Regions which have been declared as disturbed.
Yes, sir.
When are the elections in India due? Lok Sabha elections.
Sorry, sir.
Lok Sabha elections in India, when are they going to take place?
Sir, in the whole of the country except Jammu and Kashmir. Sir, in the month of May.
How do you arrive at this period, time, when elections are to be held?
Sir, it's being declared by the Election Commission of India.
The Election Commission of India is entrusted with the responsibility of conducting elections. But he has to follow a guideline.
Yes, sir.
How do you arrive at this guideline when the elections are to be held? Can you hold it in the month of December or in 2025?
No, sir. First of all, the 5 years period is to be looked after when the assembly will get dissolved.
Assembly.
Sorry, sir. Parliament will, Lok Sabha will get dissolved, to be precise. Secondly, the security aspect also we need to take into consideration whether it will be liable or it be okay to hold the elections or not.
Security consideration has got nothing to do with the periodicity of elections.
Yes, sir.
There is a provision in Constitution which decides when elections are to be held. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir. It's mentioned in the Constitution itself, sir, that whenever the 5 years period is to be expired, the elections to the Lok Sabha is to be undertaken, and it should be done immediately.
How do you arrive at this 5-year period when it is going to end? There has to be some deadline, some cutoff date.
Sir, not able to recall, sir. What's
Rajya Sabha elections, they are also going to be held?
Sir, they are held every 2 years, as 1/3 of the member retire every 2 years, sir.
So in the near future, Rajya Sabha elections are going to be held for certain number of seats.
Yes, sir. But exactly not able to recall from where these elections are going to be, sir.
You know how the Rajya Sabha elections are held?
Yes, sir. Sir, they are done with a system of proportional representation with a means of single transferable vote, and this voting is open ballot, sir, where from different states from where the election is going to be for the particular seats, they send their candidate, and based on this system of representation, they are being selected as a member of Rajya Sabha.
You know the mathematics.
No, sir, not able to recall them.
Laxman, you come from West Bengal, and how long you been in Delhi?
So for the past 3 years, sir.
For 3 years. What have you been doing? Preparing for civil services?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how is the weather today?
Sir, it's pleasant outside.
It's pleasant outside. Are you aware of that the IMD regularly issues bulletins on a day-to-day basis all over India, giving up mapping of as to what the weather would be and what the condition, and including the forecast and the alerts. Now, in terms of color codification, if I had to ask you, what are those color codifications which the IMD issues, and what do they signify?
Sir, the color coding goes like this. If it's a green, then the weather is okay. If it's yellow, then there are slight disturbances, and if it's red, then there is going to be too much disturbance or turbulence.
There are 3, or you missed out another color?
Sir, not able to recall the other color.
Amber, orange.
Yes, sir, orange, sir. Orange alert, sir.
That's all right. Now, your father was in a PSU, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Which PSU was he in?
Sir, Geological Survey of India.
Geological Survey of India. And what is this organization into?
So this organization is into mapping of resources where there are resources in the country. Then mining is also a part of this. Apart from that, capacity building is also a role of Geological Survey of India, and assisting other organizations in doing this research work is also what Geological Survey of India is.
Okay, so if you talk about the PSUs, how many PSUs do we have in India? The number of PSUs? Any idea?
Sir, approximately 320 PSUs are there.
Much more. You're nowhere near the estimate. Anyway, what has been the total contribution of the POCs in terms of the GDP? How much are the PSUs contributing to the GDP of the nation?
So not able to.
There are categorizations of the GDP in terms of their performances. What are those 3 major categories?
So the first is fiscal deficit.
No, the category you define a particular PSU by a category in terms of performance.
Sir, it's Maharatna,
Yeah.
Navratna, and Mini Ratna, sir.
And how do you distinguish the three?
Sir, it based on their performance, revenue, and how much profit they're earning, and this size of the PSU also, the output that they are producing, sir.
Okay, now since you come from economics, and the 16th Finance Commission has been constituted. You aware of that? Yes, sir. Who is chairing that commission?
Sir, Mr. Arvind Pangadia is chairing that.
Correct. Now, 3 days back, the Karnataka Chief Minister, along with his team, was protesting at Delhi, Jantar Mantar. Do you know what was the protest about?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, they were demanding higher share from the center's pool of taxes. According to them, the center has devoid their funds, and so they wanted that the larger share should be given to them, and federalism should be enhanced. Fiscal federalism should be enhanced.
Right. The question comes in from there, what the answer which you gave. Now, the 16th Finance Commission has a devolution methodology. They have criteria on which the devolution of the funds and the grants take place. Are you aware of the, since you're an economics student, I will expect an answer from you. What are those 5 major criteria?
So first is income distance.
Yes.
Second is population, which is 2011.
All right, quickly, I know all of them.
Thirdly, area.
Sorry?
Area, sir.
All right.
Forest and ecology, tax performance, and demographic dividend.
So these 2 of them have been introduced by the
14th Finance Commission.
15th.
Sorry, sir, 15th Finance Commission.
That was chaired by NP Singh,
NK Singh, sir.
the former Secretary Finance. Now, 2 of them were introduced. What would be the significance of those 2 criteria introduced?
Sir,
There were two criteria were introduced. Earlier have been coming from what you said. On the 15th Finance Commission, 2 criteria were added by NK Singh. What were those 2 criteria? That was, one is fiscal.
Yes, sir.
And the second one was?
Sir, forest and ecology.
That's correct. Now, what is the significance, I was asking?
So the significance is, first of all, the states will work in the direction of climate change. They will work in increasing the forest coverage area, to which our policy of 33% also mandates. Secondly, the tax performance, as far as tax performance is concerned, they will bring efficiency in their tax collection. The tax process that the states used to have, it will get streamlined. Nextly, sir.
That's okay. I know you know it. And can you just, of course, this is a factual question. What is the weightage given to this fiscal measure?
Sir, 2.5%.
Perfect. Now, quickly, I used 3-4 words, and I want you to define all of them in one sentence. Right? Green product, green mining, green energy. You define all of them one by one.
Sir, green product refers to all those products that has zero emissions in its production and as well as consumption. Green mining refers.
Can you slightly refine your answer? Green product.
Sir, green product refers to all those sorts of product that does not have any emission when it is produced in its production process, to be precise. Green mining refers to those mining processes where there is less of fossil fuels being used in order to produce those minerals.
You are near to it anyway. Anyway, can you elaborate?
So, for example, mining processes involves a lot of use of fossil fuels in order to produce those minerals or extract those minerals. So, in
Okay, fine. Okay. And the third one? Energy.
Green energy refers to all sorts of energy that has zero emissions when they are used as a fuel. For example, green hydrogen and solar energy. They all are green and does not have any impact on the environment.
Okay. And what is greenwashing?
Sir, greenwashing is a process where industries or firms they tend to hide their product features and they promote it as a eco-friendly product, but actually they are not. So, this is what greenwashing is up to.
Right. The last one. The terminologies are used and affecting your life on a day-to-day basis. 3 words again for you. And you have to define them one by one quickly. Wishing, squishing, and smishing. What are these 3 words?
Sir, wishing is a way through which we tend to have sir, not able to exactly get.
I think you have an idea of what you're talking about, or you're not able to express yourself what I'm asking for. Wishing, do you know what exactly these are terminology used?
Yes, sir, it's a greeting way, it's somewhere to greet.
No. I did not use the word letter. Vishing. Wishing.
Yes, sir.
V for victory. Wishing, smishing, quishing. Any idea? No idea.
No, sir, I'm.
All right, fine. I pass on to you.
You have been appointed to Border Security Force.
Yes, sir.
That was your option, or you got it? At what option had you placed it? Because there are about 6 paramilitary forces,
Yes, sir.
and you have to give your preferences. Which preference did you give first?
Sir, CRPF was my first preference. Yes, sir. So second was BSF. Third was ITBP, sir.
Did somebody guide you, or you just opted out for like this?
No, sir.
What was the parameter by which you selected it?
So the parameter was multi-diversity in the job role. Because among all the forces that were listed, CRPF was the only force, not only force, sir, but CRPF had lots of responsibilities. It is up to.
So that was the first preference.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't get it.
No, sir, I didn't get it.
And second preference was?
It was BSF, sir.
Okay. Why did you choose BSF?
Sir, again, it was guided by this multi-diversity. After CRPF, BSF is the force that is up to multi-diverse job. Apart from guiding or protecting this security, this borders, they are also up to insurgency operations, conducting elections, and maintaining law and order in disturbed areas.
And what were the other options? Where did you place CISF?
Sir, it was fourth.
Fourth. But are you aware that people who actually opt for these forces put CISF as the first option because the duty is only at the airports?
Yes, sir. But that was not my priority.
That was not your priority. Nobody guided you about it.
No, sir.
Where did you place ITBP?
Sir, in the third place.
In the third place. Yes. You know how difficult it is, the duty over there.
Yes, sir. But provided this opportunity to serve in this Indo-China border, sir, I thought that it will be.
It takes 3 days to come down wherever you are posted. And in BSF, when you are posted, the temperature goes up to 48 degrees because your border is along that Rajasthan border.
Yes, sir.
And probably also in Bangladesh.
Okay.
These are 2 borders where the BSF mans. They are very difficult areas.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I was aware of it, sir.
Okay. Now, those people who join the CRPF or the paramilitary forces, there is an ongoing demand by these people that those services should become specialized and the topmost job should be also be given to them rather than being given to the IPS. Are you aware of this controversy?
Yes, sir. I am aware of it.
Okay. Now, what is your impression? What should be done and why?
So the idea behind IPS being heading as the chief or as the top post was that in the initial stages these forces did not had a cadre of themselves. So the expertise of the IPS were required and their human resources were very much efficient up to it. But since these forces have matured themselves and many of the in-field officers have reached to that expertise level, then I think, sir, a rethinking should be given and the force specialization should be taken up.
So you are open for this thing is that the paramilitary force like the BSF or the CRPF can be headed by their own services.
Yes, to a larger extent, yes, sir. I would say that yes.
You have to take a stand whether you want it to be given to an IPS officer or it should be given to the special force. You have to commit yourself and the reasoning for it. Okay? Please tell me.
Yes, sir. Given the current scenario where the forces have matured and the officers have gained expertise in their own fields, I will say, sir, yes, the time has come that the officers from their organizations should be given the top post, and because they have very much been into this services for quite a long time, they have also assessed the security aspects. They have a good understanding of their human resources, their personnel, security personnel, and so I think, sir, these are the reasons why they should be given.
Okay, let me give you a statement. The people within the forces, they feel more comfortable with an IPS officer because he is not involved in their internal politics and internal human problems. He is an outsider. So his decisions are absolutely, you can say, above any of their machinations. And that is, they themselves prefer a person who is an outsider. What do you think of this statement? Because that is the impression which has been given to you.
Sir, given the scenario that personnel they themselves identify very much closer to IPS officer, there must be some sort of problems that are going internally. Those problems can be resolved through a holistic approach. Whatever the lacuna is there in the forces, they can be addressed by the concerned ministry itself, and resolving all those problems. After resolving all those problems, the force specialization can be opted for, sir.
Okay, now there is another problem. The nature of duty which is being performed by the BSF or the CRPF is similar to what is being performed by the army. But when the facilities, the question of facilities comes, the army people have a different scale and these paramilitary forces have a different scale. And there is a grievance amongst these forces. Given the nature of duty is the same, then why should be differential treatment? Are you aware of this problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is your impression and what is your decision about this matter?
Given the nature of Central Armed Police Force, it's not a completely armed force, sir. It has to work in between the army and the police. But given the kind of nature that they are up to, for example, they are into this insurgency issue, they are also facing this counter-terrorism issue.
I'll give you a more concrete example. Say the J&K border, or Pakistan border, it is said that it will be the first wave which it comes will be borne by the BSF till the time the army is deployed and is able to take its position. That is the situation. But when the attack comes, it is the same people, whether it is the army or whether it is the police. They are bearing the brunt. But there is a casualty here in the paramilitary forces. There is a differential of treatment. And so about the rations and all other facilities. Do you understand the problem and the grievance?
Yes, sir. So the time has come that the parity should be given and both the forces should be brought at equal stances in terms of perks and benefits. And all the paramilitary forces or the Central Armed Police Forces, they are giving their life and blood for the security of the nation. and this differential treatment should end up so.
What is your impression about the Agniveer Yojana?
So the idea behind Agniveer was to bring the average age of the security personnel down, and this has positive as well as negative impacts also. For the positive impact is that a youth will be the overall average age will reduce, and it will make the armed forces very much young. There will be high energy when they are going to serve in the borders. But the negative aspect is that it acts as a moral degradator for those who are willing to join the armed forces. And secondly, sir, the skills will also be affected because the skill upgradation aspect is not very much good with a person who is going into armed forces. So I think, sir, that needs to be.
The policies the government has decided is that after the Agniveer finishes its 5 years period, they will be absorbed in the paramilitary forces. They will not even require the training. They will be able to deploy them from day one. Are you aware of this policy of the government which they have declared?
No, sir, I am not aware of it.
The percentage of own it. Thank you.
Mr. Pratap, you're from economics optional background, right?
Yes.
So you seems very much interested. So what is this concept of creative destruction?
Sorry, sir.
Creative destruction.
Creative destruction. Sir, not aware of it, sir.
Joseph Schumpeter?
No, sir, still not able to recall, sir.
Fine. So self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. So is it similar to any of the international trade theories? Is it close to some international trade theories?
Yes, sir.
Which is that?
Sir, it is import substitution theory, which is being mostly used in international trade.
What are the good and bad about import substitution theory?
So the goods are, firstly, it enhances the indigenous capacity of any country to produce goods. Secondly, it plays as a level playing field for those firms or those industries that are coming up and are in the initial stages. And thirdly, sir, it tends to give a boost to local employment also. Talking about the bad, sir, it reduces efficiency. It does not create competition in the market. And thirdly, it also tends to have a negative consequence on the balance of payments also.
Okay. So there has been economic slowdown around the world. Which of the theories explains you better? Which perspectives explains that better?
Sir, from international theory.
Not from international trade theory, in general about trade cycles or business cycles.
Yes, sir. It very much reflects a real business cycle theory, where there are ups and downs, and it's like a wave, like a graph occurs. So that it says that whenever there is a upward trend that is going on in the business cycle or in the business environment, then in the subsequent years it will come down and it will go in the negative phases also. So likewise, sir, this a sine graph is being drawn and it reflects this.
Okay. So you're from West Bengal as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So till around 1970s, West Bengal was, especially Kolkata, was a very vibrant economy. So what happened? What explains the decline of industrial activity in Kolkata?
Sir, after 1970s, there was a regime change. The new government that came shifted its focus from industrial growth to social justice. And in social justice, the idea was land reforms. Secondly, sir, the policies of the new government was very much hostile towards this big businessmen and industrialists. They were not very much open to them. There was very regulatory problems. Nextly, sir, this 2008 Singur incident that happened in Nandigram area, it acted as a last nail in the coffin, where many investors pulled out of the state. So primarily these are the reasons why the state was not able to.
Okay. Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, Pratap.